The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, they must be felt with the heart. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Your success and happiness lies in you. Resolve to keep happy, and your joy and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. So long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good. What I am looking for is not out there, it is in me. Life is either a great adventure or nothing. We can do anything we want to if we stick to it long enough. When we do the best that we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life, or in the life of another. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight, but has no vision. The world is moved along, not only by the mighty shoves of its heroes, but also by the aggregate of tiny pushes of each honest worker. Self-pity is our worst enemy, and if we yield to it, we can never do anything wise in this world. The marvelous richness of human experience would lose something of rewarding joy if there were no limitations to overcome. The hilltop hour would not be half so wonderful if there were no dark valleys to traverse. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. It's wonderful to climb the liquid mountains of the sky. Behind me and before me is God, and I have no fears. Instead of comparing our lot with that of those who are more fortunate than we are, we should compare it with the lot of the great majority of our fellow men. It then appears that we are among the privileged. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. What we have once enjoyed we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. True happiness is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. The fearful are caught as often as the bold. Love is like a beautiful flower which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. It is wonderful how much time good people spend fighting the devil. If they would only expend the same amount of energy loving their fellow men, the devil would die in his own tracks of ennui. Death is no more than passing from one room into another. But there's a difference for me, you know. Because in that other room I shall be able to see. Until the great mass of the people shall be filled with the sense of responsibility for each other's welfare, social justice can never be attained. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. Life is an exciting business, and most exciting when it is lived for others. The heresy of one age becomes the orthodoxy of the next. Science may have found a cure for most evils, but it has found no remedy for the worst of them all, the apathy of human beings. There is no king who has not had a slave among his ancestors, and no slave who has not had a king among his. No one has a right to consume happiness without producing it. People do not like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. Toleration is the greatest gift of the mind. It requires the same effort of the brain that it takes to balance oneself on a bicycle. It is hard to interest those who have everything in those who have nothing.